Welcome back to Penkura, a sci-fi base building survival game which is in early access. This is a part 2, so if you haven't watched part 1, you can click up top here or find it down in the description. If you're more interested in the base building and resource gathering, then this is the video for you. Part 1 was primarily an introduction and story, so let's get right into it.
This cave was used for geological extraction. I'm certain there are still tools inside that can help us gather the resources we need to survive.
Damn, looks like it's got a bunch of worms hanging from the ceiling here. Boxer. Take that, sticks. They never even saw it coming.
This high-intensity planetary communication station is offline. Without it, I'm unable to gather data from any other base. We need to find a way to activate it if we want to access all the systems.
It's a pretty sweet station. Seven 1221 gate code. Ooh.
It seems that the communication station is also under lockdown, which makes the entire situation a bit tricky. But there is an alternative way of activating it. Come back to your base and contact me through Neurocore.
Fine, I'm coming back to base, but not because you told me to. I'm doing it because I feel like it of my own accord. Well then, how will we activate that communication station?
Without proper codes, we will have to forcefully trigger its safety procedures by overcharging it. This will give me a small opening to connect to the station and access as much data as possible.
Wouldn't the overcharge damage or even destroy the communication station?
It's possible that the overcharge may permanently damage the station, but I only need an entrance ping. The main station knows of each Neurocore on this moon and should provide me access the moment it registers an entry request.
Okay. How can we overcharge the station?
Before we can do that, we will have to create a proper power grid that has an energy capacity of at least 100,000. Everything we need should be at this location, but registry archives mention another base, located to the east. It is possible that there are more resources there.
Where do we start?
To create a proper power grid, we need a stable flow of Polin and Zavok crystals, and an industrial molecular matter converter to refine them.
So where do we start?
First, we need a multi-purpose scanner. Each command station is equipped with one. Then, we will need to scan the area with the geological scan till we find a second ore vein. Basic data on this location suggest that there should be an unmarked vein close to this location.
What should I do after the scan?
After the scan, come back to the command center and use the CCC to build an ore extractor over the vein. It will start extraction immediately, and after some time, you can gather resources from its container.
After getting the crystals, how can I use them?
Before we can use them, we will need to refine them in the Industrial Molecular Matter Converter. Industrial-grade MMC can be found in the manufacturing platform. We will also need to build it before we can create a proper power grid.
Okay, that's everything I wanted to know. I'll start working on the extraction.
Are you certain that's everything you wanted to know?
Are you second-guessing me? Yes, I'm sure.
Come back to me with at least 2 crystallized construction components. Remember, you can create them only in the manufacturing platform. After that, we will continue with the creation of the power grid.
Excellent. Guess you gotta be smarter than the scanner for this one. Oh, I get it now. Gotcha, you slippery little bastard. So I didn't learn until later on that the scanner was actually finding ore veins that required an actual extractor built on top of them. Manually mining from these basic smaller deposits does work, just in a much more time-consuming fashion. Looks like I need 2 more liquid construction components to build this ore extractor. So I'm short 2 aristolite, 6 therium, and 10 normite bars. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Man, friggin' technology. I really love the building in this game. Awesome. Oh, this is a disassembly unit. This is the industrial MMC. Alright, apparently there's no way to close this door. Alright, now we got our power going up while we're crafting. Excellent. So I only left this part of the video in so you can see what not to do as I build myself into my base and don't have enough resources to actually build a doorway to get out. Uh-oh. None of these are open. I just built myself in here. Ah, man, I lost a lot out of that. Tragic. Well, this should solve some of the resource problems that I created. Oh, well, there you go. Looks like it's working. Oh, good. I left it on, and now it's out of power. Excellent. Just one of the many ways that I'm sabotaging my own success. I wonder how to recharge this little guy. Yes, excellent. I think that's the last one I need. Ooh, I do as the crystal commands. So apparently this molecular reconstruction tool is what you use to recharge and repair the bots. So I guess I just gotta build this and I'll be good to go. Alrighty, let's go turn in these crystallized construction components. I scanned the vein and have both crystallized construction components.
Good job. Now we can move to the creation of the power grid.
What is the next step, Sara?
To create a strong enough energy surge, we need to create at least 3 power storages. I also strongly advise building some magnetic wind turbines to speed up energy generation.
How much power do we need to create such a surge?
To bypass 2 main security systems on the communication station and activate the safety mechanism that will release the energy partially by turning all the systems on, we will need a power surge of at least 100,000 units.
Wow. What needs to be built?
To create a strong enough energy surge, we need to create at least 3 power storages. I also strongly advise building some magnetic wind turbines to speed up energy generation.
Alright, I know enough. Let's start.
Come back to me when all the required buildings are constructed, and when we have at least 100,000 units of power.
Understood. Well, while that's all refining, I'll go check out Epsilon base. Yeah, Max, stop bothering people. I'm not really sure why I'm exploring in the dark again, but I guess I've gone too far to turn back now. Not gonna lie, this is pretty sketchy running through the dark. Unfortunately, unlike most games, you can't just sleep until morning. It actually tells you that you're not tired enough to sleep, which I guess makes sense. Can't just sleep the day away. Oh, I hear you, you little bastard.
Warning, dust of poisoning detected.
Ow. Well, I guess that's all I have right now. And one more like that and I'm dead. Wowee, a whole 1 hit point. That was totally worth it.
Epsilon base is the main station in the region. A silent alarm is activated, but not all doors are locked. Systems are damaged, or someone already tried to investigate this base. I need access to planetary communication to enter the Epsilon systems and deactivate the alarm.
No problem, Sara. Anything for you. It does seem like you're making a whole lot of excuses, but you know what? You're the best I got. Well, I like how you can use it directly from the ground. You don't have to actually go in your inventory. Yes. If you're reading this outside the med center, worried about a friend or loved one inside, I understand what you're going through. Due to an urgent situation, I've led those who could walk to the magnetic rail station. Our destination is uncertain, but I will try to leave another note wherever we end up. The entrance is sealed with a director's key card. For the love of God, if you hear a cry for help, don't open the door. It's not them, not anymore. They can mess with your head. They will call names and sound healthy. They are not. This message is from the Quartermaster Piater of Epsilon Base. Member of the Accord ID 44129. I am with 4 healthy and 17 infected employees. I'm sorry it's come to that. I am writing this as a hard copy to prevent it from reaching the Accord before I confirm new suspicions. Each day brings more infected personnel. Despite additional resources from the station, we are overwhelmed and lacking space even for sleeping. We're managing for now, but if conditions don't improve, we may need to request that the station relocates some infected to other bases. I'm talking with the guards accompanying the infected. It's becoming clear that there's a concerning level of ignorance and secrecy. We all received only the most basic updates from automated systems, or occasional brief messages from high-ranking members of the Accord. There are no detailed directives, no updates that can span beyond our immediate environment. Nothing substantial. Some of the infected are exhibiting early symptoms of the virus, such as severe hallucinations, often followed by cries for help or aggression. One disturbing incident involved an infected individual breaking both arms by punching a table and then showing signs of euphoria afterward. Damn, that's sketchy. Are there updates on the virus spread from other bases? That information is classified. You do not have clearance. Yikes. Request denied. Request denied. Classified. Wow, It's like some sketchy bureaucracy going on. Well, that's the door I do not want to open. Okay. Well, I don't really want to open that anyway. Not without some sort of gun. I'm so sketched out by this whole base. Okay, this just loops around then. Man, this thing is a frickin' maze. Ah, here's the base director. Well, the director is requesting that we don't, or I guess that his team doesn't realign the long-range communication tower, and of course he won't explain further because secrecy. So I'm probably going to end up aligning that tower, and then something really bad is going to happen. Nah, I can't pay attention to this. I gotta get out of this place. Only operate based on the information that I have, which is almost none. Alright, this should be the last one. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that subwoofer test. Wow, that is absolutely deafening. So, note to self, don't place these power storage things near a base that you gotta spend a lot of time in. The base is ready for the power surge.
I'm detecting stable power flow and enough storage for the surge. Once again, an excellent job. It seems you can handle all the basic systems without a problem.
Is everything ready for the power surge?
Yes, we just need to wait till power cells are loaded with 100,000 units of power. After that, we will start the surge. I will prepare everything on my side. Contact me when the base is at the necessary power level.
Got it? Do we have enough power for the power surge?
Correct, everything is ready. Cells are charged, and we can start the power surge on your mark.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Gathering the energy for the power surge. Surge in. 3, 2, 1.
Sara?
Restarting systems. Communication station online. Connection to Carino space station. Establish. Connecting to main server. Downloading data. Kurva, I lost the connection.
Sara, what happened?
I was able to transfer about 2.7% of data from the space station, but I was manually cut off.
Who could possibly break the link? I thought that everyone evacuated.
I lack enough information to know if it was an automated system, another neurocore, or some other member of the Accord. Whoever or whatever it was, it reacted very fast.
2.7% of data seems very little. How will this even help us get out of here?
Indeed, that is not much. Only 41 terabytes. It will take some time until I will be able to decipher all of the information. However, some of it is open and readable.
What were you able to download exactly?
Normally, when NeuroCore is attached to the system, it automatically updates all blueprints, building schematics, geological scans, messages, and everything that could improve members of the Accord life. But the first thing that was downloaded was an unencrypted general message.
What was the message?
It's an audio message. Playing.
Warning. Carinos Moon is locked under Level 5 quarantine. Caligo Tenebrae virus is detected on the surface. Every ship trying to land on the surface of the moon will be shut down.
This message was posted 42 years ago by the Yagusia Accord.
42 years? I know that the Gemini project is 40 years old, but it's impossible that the virus was discovered 42 years ago.
Gemini project? I have no knowledge of such a thing.
What do you mean you have no knowledge? Gemini project, the biggest exodus of mankind in history, to a new world, Penkura, supposedly an Eden and a chance to start anew.
I'm afraid you are mistaken. Penkura was declared uninhabitable over 1,410 years ago.
But that's impossible.
If you wish, I can double-check your neurocore the next time you will use Lazarus Chamber.
Maybe you're right. I mean, maybe the transfer altered my memories. Tell me more about the message. What is the Caligo Tenebrae virus?
Caligo Tenebrae is a virus that infects the neuropathways of the human brain. It is able to affect the original imprint of the human neurouplink, which allows it to bio-recreate itself with the host body after death. Symptoms of the virus are headache, high fever, dementia, high level of aggression, loss of consciousness, seizures, nausea, and vomiting.
What will we do now? Wasn't the space station the only way to call for help?
For the moment, I'm uncertain of what we can do. There are more bases in other sectors. It is possible that before the evacuation, something was left behind that may help us.
Okay then, I'll explore the sector and see what I can find.
In the meantime, I will decipher the data downloaded from the station. I'm certain that there is something there that will help us.
Let's hope so. I don't want to get stuck here.
Wait, before you go. I already can provide some help from the data we downloaded. I'm adding an IMP security weapon to your industrial MMC and TRX ammunition for it. I strongly advise creating the IMP before exploring deeper parts of this sector.
Ah, yes, finally something to defend myself with. Thank you, Sara. Yes, now we're talking. Isn't she so beautiful? Ow. Ow. Okay. Apparently I can hit myself with this gun. Okay, it was just bugged the first time I equipped it. Very nice. Man, I really love the sound of this gun. It has such a substantial sound compared to some of the other sci-fi games. Got him. Ooh, we got a claw out of it. Love the animation. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna call it here. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you do decide to give Penkura a try, you don't make some of the same mistakes I did. I'd suggest you check it out on Steam. It's been pointed out to me that the development has been pretty slow, so I don't know how much more will be added in the future, but I really like the direction they went with it. Sounds like the last update solved some serious performance issues with multiple enemies, which was one of the last steps towards having base attacks and defense, so I really look forward to seeing what the future holds for Penkura. I certainly have enough video to make a part 3, but it isn't my biggest priority right now, so if you want to see it, comment below and make your voice heard. If I do make a part 3, I'll go ahead and put a link right up top here or down in the description. Otherwise, don't forget to like this video. I do so want to impress Lord YouTube, and your small contribution helps a lot. Thank you so much for watching.